Hello everyone, hi, hope you're having a great day, and now for something that's 6 months late in the making.
Hey Colin, come on, we're headed to the pool.
Oh, you guys go ahead of me. I still gotta change. Can you save a poolie noodle for me when you get there? Parkour! Ah! Ow. I'm sure it's not that bad, he said, having no clue that it in fact was that bad. But such was a fact he would soon know. And now he is just starting to realize he's talking weird. It's quite concerning to him and he can't really stop. Oh sure, he really can't stop. Someone help him. So I was in Boy Scouts growing up, and most summers I'd go with my troop to a big week-long campout somewhere out of state. Because when you live close to New York City, there's not all that many places you can go to camp that don't involve renting an apartment and practicing pigeon archery.
That's not an actual sport. Don't do it, Colin. Just put the bow down and let the pigeons be.
Okay. Here you go.
The arrow! You were supposed to put the arrow down too.
Oh! I thought you had it. If I made that joke while still in Scouts, they'd have probably kicked me out for poor archery skills. And, joked about shooting arrows in public. But I'm not in Scouts anymore, so exclusive scouting content! Anyways, back to the camping and subsequent pain. So about halfway through the campout, my friends and I were just headed out of the welding class we decided to take because of reasons. And we had an hour left before dinner time, so we were free to do whatever we wanted, and because it was a hot day, and we were just getting done burning pieces of metal together, we chose the pool. But before actually going to the pool, I saw a low-down fence on the way to our campsite. Naturally, because I wanted to swim, I thought it'd be faster to go over it than around it like a sane person. And even more unlike a sane person, I decided to get a running start rather than just climb over it, which would have been very, very easy. So I ran straight at it, feeling super cool as I got closer to the fence. Bracing my legs, I jumped over it like a hurdle. Kinda. You see, my back foot caught on the top beam and flipped me face first into the ground. And that foot twisted quite a lot as I fell. But surprisingly, after hitting the ground I didn't feel all that hurt. In my leg though, because my face obviously was not feeling the best after that. So after giving that incident no more thought, I just went back to camp to get my swim stuff for the pool. Now cut ahead to after dinner. We were all back at our troop's campsite, and I was dungeon mastering a D&D session for some of my friends and the newer scouts. About an hour into the game, I decided to get up and walk around for some dramatic effect on this one confrontation. And the second I put weight on that leg... Ow! Pain!
Huh? Hey man, you alright?
Now you'd expect at this point that I'd think there was maybe something wrong with my leg, since there was pain. Huh? What pain?
But you just, but...
No, I didn't. I know. Talk about short-sighted past me. But, in my defense, it was a pretty good Dungeons & Dragons game. And it wasn't until a few hours later that I really started to feel the... pain. It was the dead of the night. Everyone was asleep in their tents, but I couldn't fall asleep. The pain in my ankle was getting worse, and it started to feel kind of like a stinging feeling. I wasn't keeping track of the time, but every once in a while it'd start to get worse, eventually getting to the point where just having my sleeping bag brush against it hurt enough for me to wince in serious pain. So I got out of my tent, thinking I could get some ice from the bathroom. But if you're thinking I'd learned my lesson from the sharp pains that were just getting worse, you'd be completely and absolutely wrong. I walked on that leg while looking for the ice, and I made it all of about 8 steps before it became too much for me and I collapsed. It was about then that I considered that there might have been something seriously wrong with my leg. My scoutmaster heard the noise and showed up to check on what was happening, and when he saw me on the ground, he was understandably pretty worried. What happened? Leg hurt, twisted ankle. You sprained your ankle? On the way to the bathroom? Yeah, I ankle slipped and fall in dark. No tripping over a small gate, especially not when it was totally avoidable. He helped me over to a bench and got me some ice for my leg. Then, as the swelling started to go down, by the way, there was swelling, he got this sort of splint thing from the first aid kit that kept me from moving my leg anymore. But by the next morning, I 100% couldn't walk. And fun surprise, that night we had to walk a mile to an improv concert. All I could say about that night was that I was insanely grateful for two of my friends, who I'll call Doyle and Gamwise, since those were their D&D names from the day before. The two of them saw me on the way to the concert and how I was barely able to walk, and despite both of them being a year younger than me and a whole foot shorter than me, they both looped my arms over their shoulders and helped me hop all the way to the concert and back. Something like that says a lot about them, and I'm still grateful for what they did even today. Then, after the campout was done, my parents took me to the doctor to have my ankle looked at, and 2 weeks and an x-ray test later, the doctor told me, and I quote, he quotes,
I honestly have no idea how you didn't break your leg. The damage shows it twisted well over 100 degrees, but despite that, you only have a sprain.
It wasn't broken. I mean, I'd still have to go into physical therapy for months to fix the muscle, but it wasn't broken. I was honestly so relieved when I got the news that my leg would recover alright. For most of the time I was waiting, I was really freaking out about if it was broken or not, or if it would ever heal the same way it was before. And despite everything that happened, and all the pain I went through, I was really relieved to hear that. And then I remembered our family hiking trip we were having a week later. Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching this video, and a huge thanks to you, Sultan, for being part of this. It really means a lot to me, honestly, and sorry it took 6 months for me to get this out. I was trying to improve my art style and learn new things. But anyway, I definitely hope you all enjoyed. See you next time!